Home prices are crazy high right now, like skyrocketing, and is being super inflated. That begs the question, should you buy a home? And I'm going to say, a lot of you guys know that I am a realtor here in Sacramento and Oak Grove area. I love making videos like this so that way I could educate all you guys about the process of buying and selling real estate. Part of educating you guys is also advising you guys when it's a good time to buy and when it's not a good time to buy. And for a lot of you guys right now, it might not be a good time to buy a home. If you want to know why, watch this video until the very end. You should not be buying a home if you're planning on buying a home just to live in it for at least under 5 years. Because when you are buying a home just to flip it or sell it or get rid of it within 5 years or so, you're actually doing more damage to your finances. Because within the first 5 years of you owning that home, you're paying majority of your mortgage payment towards the interest. So when you actually go back and sell your home, depending on where the market is headed during that time, you might just be breaking even or might not even see a return, period. The second reason why you should not be buying a home right now is because maybe you are not ready. You know, let's face it, majority of us are not ready to become homeowners because it is a big responsibility. It's not like buying a shoe. I always like to say that buying a shoe, if you don't like it within 30 days or so, you can always return it with your receipt, of course. With the home, that's not really the case. When you resell it, you're gonna have to deal with commissions, fees, closing costs, transfer taxes, etc. The third reason why you should not consider buying a home around this time is because you don't have any savings. And I'm not talking about the savings that you need for the down payment and the closing costs of the purchase of your home. I'm talking about actual savings for a rainy day, like 3 to 6 months worth of cushion in case you lose your job, in case your spouse loses their job or your partner loses their job. So if you have a hard time saving up, and the moment you buy a home, your savings is done, then you should not consider buying a home. Especially with people losing their jobs around this time due to Rona. That is just something you need to look out for, which is number one, you and your family. Another reason also why you should not consider buying right now is because the motivation is not really there. What I mean by motivation is not because you live with your mom and you're just tired of looking at your mom. That's not a good enough reason why you should consider buying a home. The motivation I'm referring to is if you are renting right now and your rent is going up like crazy up and your lease is running out and you're being forced to become homeless. This is a good motivation for you to consider buying a home, because if that is you and your rent is super high right now to where that could be going towards a mortgage payment and it's probably going to give you the same lifestyle or better, I would say that is probably one of the best reasons why you should consider buying a home. If it's only because you are tired of seeing your siblings or your mom or your dad, whoever it is that you're living with right now, that is not a good enough motivation to buy a home. Another good reason why you should not consider buying a home right now too is if your job is not stable and you don't really know whether or not they're gonna let you go. If you already have a feeling that you're gonna get let go from your job, then it's probably not a good indicator that you should become a homeowner. Because the last thing you want is to buy a home, use all your savings for the down payment and the closing costs, move into your home, now you don't have any savings for a rainy day, and now you've lost your job because you knew it wasn't stable, and then now you have to force your home to go into foreclosure. This is a worst case scenario, and if you already have a feeling that your job is not going to be stable, don't buy a home. Just don't. And the last reason why you should not consider buying a home is you are not willing to compete. Maybe it's not even because you're not competitive. Maybe it's because your pre-approval amount doesn't allow you to compete. Then I would suggest, instead of looking at homes at that high price point where it's so close to your maximum purchase price, look at homes that are like $30,000 to $20,000 below. With that, you can now compete. In a time like right now where buyers are overbidding for a property and prices are being overinflated, you do not want to buy a home if you are not prepared to go through that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're in the market right now to buy a home and you are not planning on competing, you're just gonna test the water, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because then when you go to submit the offer with your agent and you're not willing to compete, you're probably gonna send just the listing price or a lowball offer. When your offer comes back rejected or not even responded by, this is gonna like be a big low blow to you, and it's gonna like crumble your dreams to where you're gonna be super frustrated, you're gonna be super upset, maybe at your agent. Really, at the end of the day, it's because you weren't competitive even though you knew what type of market you were in. So if you are not a competitive buyer, then don't consider buying a home. And hopefully you guys like this video. I know it's a little bit harsh, but the truth had to be said. Hopefully this video brought a lot of insight and I was transparent enough to give you my 2 cents on why you should not be buying a home. Because I get so many people asking me, just because I'm a realtor. I get so many people asking me, Chia, is it a good time to buy? Should I be buying? And for the majority of us, no, we should not be buying a home, especially based off of what I just told you guys. And if you guys don't remember what I said, rewind, watch this video, and give me a like. Hard jokes aside, I'm gonna end this video right here. Again, if you guys are not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Like this video too while you're at it, because it helps me a lot. I make these videos for all you guys so that you guys can be educated about the process of buying and selling real estate, and it takes a lot of time because I want you guys to be informed and up to date on what's going on. So if you guys would subscribe and like this video, that will help me a lot. That will make this whole time of me making this video all worth it, and that's why I continue to do it. So if you haven't done that, do that right now.